All right, we're going to go ahead and do 6 through 8 together at one time because it's the exact same problem solved 3 different ways. We're going to take this 6x minus 5x equals 1, and we're going to solve it by all 3 methods. If we do our job right, we're going to end up getting the exact same answer for all 3 different methods. So, first thing we're going to do is solve by quadratic formula. Now, before I am able to solve either by quadratic formula or factoring, what do I have to do first? I'm sorry? Transpose. Yes, go ahead and transpose. And what am I looking for?
Equals 0.
Yeah, we want that equals 0. So we've got to go ahead and transpose this 1. Subtract 1 on both sides is going to give me 6x squared minus 5x minus 1 equals 0. Okay? Now from there, we got to go ahead and start using the quadratic formula. Remember, our quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. If you can't remember that, don't feel bad. That's going to be on the formula chart, so you don't have to worry about memorizing it. Now, the one that I use in class is actually that 2-part version. We go ahead and find the discriminant separately, b squared minus 4ac, and then from there, calculate x equals negative b plus or minus square root d all over 2a. And if you remember, the reason we did that, split it up into 2 different parts, was because many times when calculating this section, we get confused and messed up because there's so much on the page at one time. So we do this, calculate this thing, simplify it, and then plug in, makes the calculations look a little bit simpler as we go through. All right, let's plug in. Do our discriminant first. D equals b squared. What's my b value here? Is actually, remember the whole thing, negative 5. Negative 5 squared minus 4 times my a value
6.
Is 6. Times my c value, which is negative 1. Now let's go ahead and simplify this. Negative 5 squared,
25.
positive 25. Remember, everything squared is positive. Now, 4 times 6 gives me 24. And let's go ahead and take care of our signs now. Negative times negative gives me positive. Gives me 49. So my discriminant equals 49. Now, based on that, when I'm positive discriminant tells me that I have 2 different answers. So at the end of this, I better end up with 2 different ones. Okay? Now let's go through and do the second half of my formula. X equals negative b plus or minus root d all over 2a. Okay, negative b means I put negative, and then b is, again, negative 5, plus or minus square root d, which is 49, all over 2 times a, which is 6. Now clean it up. Negative, negative 5 makes positive 5. Plus or minus square root of 49? 7. I love it when it's easy and nice like that. Excuse me. Now, 2 times 6 gives me 12. Okay. Now, whenever I have this plus or minus, that means I have to split out into 2 different equations. I have x equals on both of them. The first equation gets the plus out of the plus or minus sign. So 5 plus 7 all over 2. The second one gets the bottom half, the negative. 5 minus 7 all over, 12 is what I meant to say. 12. Now let's simplify this. 5 plus 7 gives me 12 divided by 12 is 1. In this case, 5 minus 7 gives me, thank you, negative 2. Divided by 12 reduces to negative 1/6. Negative 1/6. No, let's go ahead and leave it in a fraction. reduced fraction form. We're going to end up getting the decimal equivalent of 1/6 when we graph it anyway. So let's go ahead and hold off on that. Now, I know I said I'd do this all in one video, but for the sake of time, we're already hitting 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and split this up into another video.